That's your soul saying, oh.
Hello guys, thank you for joining me today for this beautiful twin flame reading. So it's the 1st of September today, so we're in September guys. I hope you're feeling good and feeling refreshed and ready for this new month. August was a very powerful month and it did bring in this new fresh energy, so I'm excited to see what September brings for us. So for today's reading, I'm going to be using, to start the reading, I'm going to be using the Soul's Journey Oracle deck to see what's going to come through with the Divine Masculine's energy, how they're feeling, what they're experiencing today. And then I'm going to go on to some communication from the Divine Masculines, and then I'll go on to you as well, Divine Feminines, to see what you're feeling today, how, you know, what it is that you need to know of how you're feeling. So let's get shuffling. So even though I mentioned the dates, it really doesn't matter when you've clicked onto my readings. If you feel connected to me and you understand me, and the message resonates, it means it's for you. And if you are new, this one just flipped out, guys. Acceptance, beautiful. And if you are new, I do use the labels Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, because that's how I channel. Please don't be offended, just put it into your situation, how it resonates with you. I do realise it's just energy. So, the Divine Masculines are in this energy of acceptance, which is very, very powerful. What else is it that we need to know about the Divine Masculines today? How they're feeling, what they're experiencing. Thank you to all of you for the love and support that you give me. I'm so very grateful. And welcome to all the new subscribers as well. Thank you for joining me on my journey, supporting my journey and supporting my channel. So let's see what else is coming through for the Divine Masculines today. Let's see. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And what else is coming through? Imagination. They're using their imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. Yeah, so they're not being so narrow-minded. They're opening up to view things differently from a place of love. And they're feeling this regret, letting go of past as well today, having to accept things that have happened in the past so they can allow themselves to move forward, And judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So that's what they're learning in this loneliness, that they're never alone. And fear. I realise that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yeah, they are being tested at the moment. And they're having to have patience with this. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So we've got acceptance coming through twice so far in this reading. So by them accepting the situation, that's when they can move on, and they're open to allow the new fresh energy in. When we're holding on to things and we're going over things that we have no control of anymore, that's when we're in this stagnant energy, and it does become very toxic and it makes us feel very negative. So they're working through this, and for them to realise that that you can't change anything, to let go of this regret. And this is about acceptance of themselves, accepting the whole of themselves, everything about them, even the dark side, the shadow side, their flaws, just to feel content and accept everything about themselves. And because of that, this is where judgment comes in. That's when we're more comfortable with ourselves and accept the whole of us, we're not so judgmental towards others either. We can accept other people and other people's journeys, and we're not comparing ourselves to others. And when we're comfortable and confident within ourselves, we're not trying to change to be like somebody else or to be on somebody else's journey. We're just allowing ourselves to be. The only time that we judge other people, compare ourselves to other people, is when we're not happy with ourselves and we don't feel good enough. And that's when, you know, when we react in an aggressive way, or we get angry with others because of their behaviours, or because of what they're doing on their journey, on their path. It's because of what's going on within us. So when we're content with ourselves, we're so much more relaxed with other people as well. But there is loneliness coming through, and they're really having to push through this fear today as well. To convert this fear into love. And that will, you know, they will be able to do this with this acceptance, and to use this imagination of not viewing things through the eyes of fear, and to know that they're not lonely, they're not alone. And actually in the time that we are feeling lonely, that is when the real work is done. And then we realise how important it is to have this relationship with ourselves, to learn who we are, and to have this relationship with higher power, with God. We're pushed to. And then we have the realisation that actually I'm never alone. I'm so loved. I am protected. I am safe. Again, it all comes down to perception. And when we change that, it completely changed our world as well. And we don't feel this loneliness. So lots of different emotions and different feelings, different energies going on with the Divine Masculines today. Things are being brought up within them. A lot of changes happening in the month of September. And powerful changes are happening. And for those powerful changes to happen, we do have to work through all of these things. But they're imagining how their life can be. They're not being so narrow-minded, and they're working through all of these different issues that have been holding them back. And it all boils down to this: fear. Fear that they're not good enough. Which creates, you know, fear that I should have done this in the past, I wish I'd done that, blah, blah, blah. And fear of being alone, that they're not loved. Because maybe the changes that they've made so far on this journey, that the people that they were interacting with, they're not getting along with anymore. So they've allowed those friendships, or they've allowed these relationships to actually fall away. That is what happens to us. That's why this loneliness comes in, because we have to change things. We have to move away from things that no longer serve us. So it feels very lonely, and it feels as nobody understands us. And during the loneliness is when we heal, you know, the rejection, the abandonment wounds. And that did come through, I'm sure, in the Monday's reading for the Divine Masculine, that they've been working through this, those fears. So they're working through a lot today. A lot of things are really surfacing with the Divine Masculines. And we've just had that new moon in Virgo. So we've still got that energy as well. So this could be why, you know, it is such an intense day for them, because there's so much more releasing to do. But by releasing, by not judging people and not judging themselves, accepting themselves, feeling this fear, seeing through the fear, releasing this fear, dealing with this loneliness, letting go of the past, not, you know, of the regret of how they thought that they should have done something. And by dealing with all of this, they're making room for the new to be more creative, because they're not so overloaded, not so in their heads. And when we're in our heads and when we're worrying and we're just full of fear, we just shut off. And we're just thinking in the box. When we're more relaxed, we can think out of the box, and we're being so much more adventurous with our thoughts, and we actually believe and have the courage to actually go for our dreams and desires and to create. And we can also embrace life and go with the flow. So let's see what comes through with the communication today of this energy, the Divine Masculines, and it's very, very intense, like I said. So I'm going to be using the Divine Masculine Messages of Love from Beautiful Liz, guided by angels. So you could be, I'm interested to see what's going to come through for the Divine Feminines today as well. So what is it the Divine Masculines would love to share and express to the Divine Feminines during this time? That one flipped out, guys. So I love you. So they do love you. And they probably regret not telling you that. But they've got to let go of that. Huh? They've got to let go of that. And be in the present moment. And accept what is. What's happening now. And accept, yeah, that's how it was then, that they didn't tell you, but now it's okay. That, you know, to make peace with that situation. That's what I'm feeling because of regret, but they do love you. What else is it that we need to know today? That one flipped as well. I want to share my life with you, yeah. And they're imagining what their life could be like with you. And they want this. That's why this is so important. And this is why it's so full on at the moment, because they are preparing for this huge change. So the cards are flipping today, guys. So what is it the Divine Masculines, what else is it they'd love to share and express to the Divine Feminines? Can you believe it, guys? I miss you. Yeah, they're lonely. They miss you. And I'm thinking about you. I'm going to lay them out still, and I'm going to pick one more because I want you to see me pick one too. Which all of this goes with everything I've been saying of how they're feeling. I have to release the past. There you go, regrets. Things that have happened in our relationship in the past, things that I didn't tell you because of how I wasn't feeling good enough. But the truth is, I do love you. And they're imagining and thinking about and being more creative about their future, what they're going to actually do with their future. And they want to share their future with you. They want to share their life with you. So quite emotional, I would say, the Divine Masculines. I'm healing, yeah. And I know this is very frustrating at times when you're watching or you're listening to the energy of the Divine Masculines, because like, how much more is there to do? Or, why, I thought that this was happening. You know yourself, energy changes all the time, and we're working through things all the time. And think at times things are more intense than others, and we think, oh yeah, I've dealt with that now. I'll be able to move on even more. But then a little bit, something else might happen, and there's more to come up. There's more that we do have to deal with. There's more that we do have to release. So it's about acceptance. So that is how it is, and that's how we are growing. That's how we're learning. And again, acceptance of we do feel all different things at different times, and it does. Have to do with planets, the moon cycles, all of those things. But whatever we're experiencing, if it's uncomfortable or if we're on top of the world, that is all, we're always receiving love, because it is pushing us forwards. It is pushing us to where we're meant to be. So let's see what else I'd love to say to you today. So I'm going to use a message from your other self for this reading. And then I'm going to go on to you, Divine Feminines. And like I said, I'm very excited to see what comes through for how you're feeling today. But this is all good. We're not, this. We could look at this and think, oh my goodness, this is awful that they're feeling this. But it's not, because they're dealing with it. They're sitting in the fear. They're facing the fears. They're working through it. That one flipped as well, guys. I want you to be the mother of my children. So just put that into your situation, how it resonates with you. It may not resonate with you, but this is still a compliment. They see you as this very wise, inspirational being. A fantastic role model, somebody that's very nurturing. And if you would, do want to have children with your Divine Masculine, jump up and down, because they want you to be the mother of their children too. You are beautiful inside and out. Can you believe the cards are flipping like this, guys, today? They're really wanting to speak today, aren't they? Can you believe it, guys? I'm not gonna shuffle anymore, but at the bottom of the deck is you are my goddess. So again, put this into your situation, how it resonates. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. You are my goddess. You are my God. You're my everything. You are so precious to me. So that's how they view you, and that's why they want you to be the mother of their children. That's why they feel that you're so nurturing, inspirational, because you are their goddess. You are their God, and your beauty blows me away, which is again. They're saying you're beautiful inside and out. we've got all these cards, guys, to come through as well. So I've got to read. I loved you from the very first moment God connected us again. I can't sleep when you're not beside me, because they're feeling this loneliness and they're working through their fears, you know, going over things in the past, releasing it, accepting things about themselves. You are the air that I breathe. You're the most precious thing in my life, which I've just said with the goddess at the bottom of the deck. I want to make passionate love to you. And I'm sorry I didn't speak my truth. So this is what they're regretting, guys. Because they do love you and they've hidden it from you. And that's because of how they felt about themselves. But all of this, of what they're going through today, is helping your divine masculine, is pushing them forwards. They're sorry that they didn't speak their truth. And they've got a lot to say today, haven't they? And they want to make love to you. They're feeling, you can imagine, you can look, I'm saying imagination. You know all this because that's what happens to you. One minute you're feeling, you know, something comes up from the past, then you're trying to accept yourself, then you imagine about what the future's going to be like. Then you're feeling fit, you know, which is all to do with fear. At times we feel lonely. All of those different things, this passion, you know, wanting to make love, you're feeling the sacred love-making energy, all of that, you know, it makes us feel all over the place. So it's like fireworks are going off, guys, today with the divine masculines. So let's see what's going on with you, divine feminines. I can't believe the amount of cards that have come out. The soul's journey I'm going to be using for you as well. And this isn't, you know, necessarily all to do with the energy today. This is showing you as well what's been going on through, you know, it going on during this preparation as well. But particularly today, it's all like a bit too much. What else? What do we need to know today about the divine feminines? What's their current energy, how they're feeling, what they're experiencing? What's going on with the divine feminines? What have you been working through today? How you're feeling? And what is it that you need to know of how you're feeling right now? Discipline. You're having to have discipline today. I accomplished what I set my mind to. Yeah, to quieten that chatter, to dedicate some time to yourself during the day to silence the chatter. Having the discipline to be the observer of your thoughts, to have the discipline to do things to make you feel good as well. You know, looking after your well-being, you have to have discipline and peace, which does create peace. You know, in the long run, having this discipline, and the whole point is on this journey is to experience inner peace and inner union. So you can create outer union, but you have to have the discipline to put the work in. And managing your life, managing yourself, taking responsibility of yourself is your work. We think our work is what we actually do, you know, to do with earning money, or we go out to a job or whatever it is. But actually your work is having this relationship with yourself, because anything from then on is sorted out anyway, because you can cope with anything, and you do the job that you love and you receive money by doing the job that you love. So it always goes back to the same thing, is having the discipline to look after yourself and to create this. You can create this peace by doing that. That's what's important. And I know it sounds as if I'm saying this is all easy. I'm not, because obviously I'm on this journey. But yeah, and having the discipline to look after yourself, give your well-being, creating this peace within yourself, you know, feeling neutral, just going with the flow with life, because you're feeling this trust, you've got this faith, and you know that you're loved, you're protected, creates so much abundance. We think it's about working hard and doing, you know, working, keep going, and doing, overdoing it with a job or whatever it is, because we're thinking we've got to earn more money, this is how we're going to survive, blah, blah, blah. But it's nothing to do with that. When you're in your truth, you understand that. And again, it sounds as if I'm making that, you know, easy. I'm not saying it's easy, because you've got to work through the layers. You've got to work through the programming, the conditioning of what you've believed for such a long time. But that's what this, you know, that's what you've been doing on this journey. So you could be feeling like really focused and you've got this discipline and you're feeling more peaceful and you're noticing that so much abundance is coming towards you, abundance in every area of your life, or this is a message that you've got, you know, to feel this peace, and to attract this abundance into your life, you have to have the discipline to look after yourself and put yourself first above everything, and everything else comes second, because and it comes so easily when you've sorted yourself out. And courage, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah, it does take courage to not get distracted by things that are going on in 3D, to get caught up in the chaos that, you know, in our everyday lives. It does take courage to have the discipline to stay focused. And what you've been through and what you're going through right now, you do have to be so brave and courageous. You know, being in your truth, living your life in your truth, having to use your voice in the right places, saying yes to yourself and no to others, removing yourself from marriages, removing yourself from things that no longer serve you. All of those things takes courage, and you have to have discipline and you have to have focus. But you're creating this peace, and you could be feeling this and so much abundance for yourself. That was very powerful, Divine Feminines. So I really do hope it resonates and it's helped you in some way to understand what your Divine Masculine is going through today, how they're feeling, and for yourself as well. If any of you guys are interested in any extra support, all the information about the services I offer is in the description box down below. And thank you to all of you for the love and support that you give me. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, like and share, because it really does help my channel grow. And I'm sending you all so much love, my support, my strength and light. And I love you all so very much. See ya.
Oh, what's your soul saying? Oh.